Welcome to your Mortgage Insider Update. March 23rd, 23 days of war in Iran has caused some havoc across the oil markets in particular, but also driving interest rates up very quickly. Friday being the worst day in interest rates in quite some time. Is a little bit of a break this morning. There was word that a possible ceasefire could take place, or at least the Trump administration is going to not bomb the energy infrastructure in Iran. Presumably, if this were the case, the war could slow to be potentially even ended, which if it ended this week, we'd probably see a pullback. It does take time for interest rates to subside, but we would have quite a ways to go to get back to where we had been only 23 days ago, with rates just under 6%, now pushing 6.3%. Let's take a quick look. And as we take a look, now that it's been a couple hours in trading, we can actually see things down a little bit on the 10-year Treasury. It was a lot further down, so there was the initial reaction from the possible ceasefire news seems to have subsided, but either way, interest rates are down slightly at 4.36%, just a shy under 4.37. Mortgage-backed securities slightly higher. We're going to take a look mainly at the 10-year Treasury today. And we have a one-year look back, just as a kind of a starting spot to see what levels we're at. We actually broke above this level that had July 31st. We had fallen below. This was coming into the August reset of the Federal Reserve, but the word was that they were likely going to be an upcoming rate cut in September. So just thinking about that in history here, we could see that we had stayed below this level. Even after they hit it once on August 18th, 19th, it has stayed below this level ever since. So any higher is just going to keep testing the highs from 2025. The highest point last year was in May. And we can see that things go up and they go down, right? So we saw the low point and we saw this large upswing. Likely to see a pretty pronounced downswing from all this volatility if we can find some stability in the Middle East. A little shorter window here, just to make it relative. We can see how the 10-year did drop pretty significantly this morning, only to kind of pair those improvements and kind of starting the day out about where it ended on Friday with that large up candle. We'd love to see a down day. I think there's going to have to be some major news. Right now, there's a 5-day delay on any further action in the Middle East or major action on civilian infrastructure like the power grid. So we'll hang on tight for new news and just keep enjoying the nice weather. I believe we did see more Americans starting to list their homes as the spring season here begins. I would love to see a little bit higher sales volume after overall home sales has been pretty lackluster this year, given at least on the West Coast, the good weather. On the national level, little soft in February compared to February of last year. So keep an eye on the month of March numbers as they come out. We start to feel a little bump in the excitement in real estate as we hopefully come to a conclusion in the Middle East.